Welcome, Luke. Would you like to say your name, occupation, and your hometown?
So my name is Luke Harvey. I am currently studying at college doing digital journalism, and I live in Bromley.
What is the Harvey's blog?
The Harvey Post is a blog about my life and mainly music, and I talk about concerts I've been to, and then music artists come to me to try and promote their new singles.
Okay, so what path did you choose and why?
So ideally, I was going to go to uni, but then I decided to change my occupation from wanting to be a train driver to being a radio broadcaster. So then I decided to take a year and go to college to do digital journalism, which was a bit more media based because on my CV at the time, I didn't have anything that showed that I want to be like a radio broadcaster. So I went to college for a year um, to get experience, also give myself some time to put other things on my CV. And then now I'm about to go to uni to do journalism.
Okay, so what made you change from want to be the train driver to a digital journalism?
So I changed because I fancied a different path. Um, a train driver, I felt like was going to be fun for the first few years, but then you're just sitting down and just going through the same
Not really
things. Whereas a digital,
exciting.
no, exactly. But then a digital journalist, you be going to different places, different artists, interviewing different people, and it just seems like quite interesting to find out more about it for like music artists and people like that, finding out their backgrounds.
Okay, and this gap year, can you tell us a bit more about it?
So I took a year out. I've gone to college. I started up my blog, which has done pretty well. Um, I've also decided to is mainly giving me some more experience to show that I'm interested in what I want to do. I've made new friends at college, and it's
Have you
just given
been
me some
working?
time. Yeah, I got a few jobs. So I used to work at trampoline park. I since left there, and now working at a supermarket.
Hmm.
So quite stressful at the moment. But I got a few bar jobs just to keep the money in, and I'm trying to look for something like a part-time job related to what I want to do, but still nothing yet.
So, can you tell us? So, obviously, you've picked this choice. Do you regret it not making this choice earlier, or are you
Yeah, I
happy you
kind of
took the
regret.
gap year?
50-50 because I'm glad I decided to pick another route because it's a bit of a challenge. It's something different. But then I'd also wish I picked this earlier just so it would have been quicker because even though I picked a course that is still on my level, kind of, I feel like because all my friends have gone to uni and I'm still here going to go to uni next year, I feel like I've fallen back a year. But then I haven't stopped that from going to uni because anyone can go to uni at any age, really.
So it's just more of a friends thing. The fact that your friends are in university and you're not there, you're just a year behind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so you've obviously seen your friends, as you said, go to university, and you obviously chose a gap year and do the college. What do you think the
hmm
best path is, in your opinion?
Um, I mean, it depends on the person. Like my path is, I think, is good for me because I'm getting to know more people. I'm getting to know more about my course and what it's like. So I found during this year at college, I found out how to use Premiere Pro and other editing softwares, as well as different types of interviewing skills, which I probably would have learned at university. But then I feel like it's better to get a more understanding
Taster.
before you go to, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I feel like it's up to you, but I feel like college was probably the best option for me.
So kind of just to give you an introduction, see if you liked it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to do multimedia journalism and is maybe in sixth form? Would you say for them,
Uh,
as you said, to maybe go for maybe take a gap year and do some taster or go right into university?
um, I mean, obviously, uni isn't the only option. Like you've got apprenticeships, like the BBC do a few, and then other places like ITV, Channel 4, they do quite good apprenticeship schemes. So it's up to you. But then it's always good to get work experience because you get an idea of what it's like to work in the industry. Even if it was to get work experience at a newspaper company, like, and just keep on practicing writing articles so you get into that frame of mind.
Mm.
And then that's why I decided to create a blog, just to get in that kind of frame of mind. And it's good. Yeah, it's just good to get a bit of experience.
Okay, and so let me ask this. What do you suggest students who want to study multimedia journalism get into now at sixth form, or maybe in year 11, or maybe year 10? What do you think they should start learning or doing to give that advantage?
Um, Types of interviews. So you can get vox pop, which is where you like run up on someone and like with a camera and quickly film a quick interview. So you could also get into writing types of articles, just to get into that. Just keep on writing, because as a journalist, you'll probably be writing a lot of articles and things like this. So it's good to get into the frame of mind of writing. Ex- Explore different writing techniques. Don't go with the same kind of writing format, otherwise people will get bored. But then always make sure you've got like a cliffhanger to keep the reader interested.
Okay, so Luke, can we go more into the Harvey's post?
Okay.
Tell us more about it.
So my friend started the blog back when she was younger, specifying in like makeup in her life, and she's gone pretty big. And I was like, I quite fancy doing that, so she helped me set it up. And then at first, I was really quiet about it, and then a couple of my friends found out, and then I thought there's no point hiding it anymore. So I started releasing. I started um, sharing it on Facebook and Instagram and places like that. And then it's since grown to just about 4K. And I'm mainly talking about music. So I've had a couple of artists from all over the world come to me and ask me to do blogs for their latest singles. And then it gets viewed around the world. Like I've had, I think it's like 5 views from like Turkey and Saudi Arabia and places like that,
Mm.
which is quite cool to like to think that people are viewing my work all over the world. And then I also do it, but then because most of my readers are family, I like to switch it up. And I wrote a blog the other day about pranking my sister, which has become one of my most viewed blogs. So it's obvious when you write blogs, you can tell which ones are more popular.
Mm.
So more lifestyle ones are more popular than music ones and concerts. Although I enjoy doing that, it's always cool to like switch it up and
Mm.
get
Keep
people
it
interested.
fresh.
Mm.
What are your plans for the Harvey post?
Not sure. So during isolation, I haven't really done much towards my blog. It's kind of just been there. I think I haven't posted in about a month, which is quite bad. Um, but I've been brainstorming ideas, and I've got a few in mind. But it's just about writing them down. Just seeing where it goes, really. I might try and create like a podcast, something to get a bit more publicity and a bit more
Mm.
out there. Because although blogging is a popular media kind of platform, a lot of people prefer podcasts and YouTube channels because they get more views and
Mm.
it's more there. So I might explore those
Path.
like industries. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we're having a video call right now because we can't meet, as you said, because of isolation. So how is COVID-19 affecting your life personally?
I mean, it's stopping me from going to college, which is quite a big like factor of my life because I'm kind of relying on passing that to go on to uni and stuff like that. But I'm still working, so I'm quite grateful for that. But then, so I had I had a festival which got cancelled, um, and quite a few concerts got cancelled.
Is it
So
just a bit?
it's
Oh, go on. Sorry.
it's interfered with my life a bit, but I haven't really let it get to me. I've just been carrying on day to day, really.
So it's not really much. It's more of just the college work and like things to go out to,
Mm,
really.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you mentioned you worked in a supermarket. How has it
Mm.
affected your work?
Quite dramatically. So we're only allowed certain people in at certain times. Um, Obviously, fellow colleagues have gone off ill, so it means I'm having to overtime, which then could affect me because I'm working more often and I'm more exposed to people. Um, but hygiene has become a big thing. Like we're all wearing gloves and masks and staying 2 meters away. So it's a bit
Do you
mental,
have to
really.
wear the gloves and mask?
Um, you don't have to, but they recommend it just
They
because,
slightly push it on you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And it's like,
we're dealing with cash, so
oh, okay. And what's the
it's
atmosphere
yeah.
while you're working in the chain? Has the atmosphere changed? As in, are more people kind of shopping the same, or is it there's more? Obviously, people might be more annoyed, or people might be more upset.
It's probably a mix because you get some people that have changed and they're still doing their weekly shop, and then that's it. You won't see them for like a week. But then most of the time, people are just coming in. Although the Prime Minister said that we should only be coming out for essentials, we still get people coming in to our shop for one thing, and a lot of people are just buying cigarettes, which I would class as non-essential, but then a smoker would probably class as essential. So
Makes sense.
it's different views. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so at this point in the interview, we let the student kind of summarize everything we've talked about. You can say like something motivational, something you've gone through, like you said with the gap year, saying oh, if you don't know what you're doing or you want to decide what you're doing, take a gap year, or you just want to shout out your blog, obviously say your ats, where to find your blog, Instagrams, Tweeters, YouTube, anything. This is all you. This is just a summary of everything we talked about. The floor is yours.
Okay. Um. So before I decided to take a gap year, I wasn't too sure on a gap year because I didn't really feel like it was for me. But then taking a gap year was probably one of the best decisions of my life because I knew that I wasn't ready for uni. And now that I've done my college course or about to complete my college course, I feel a bit more prepared. But then I may also take another gap year just to like change things and do a bit more exploring, maybe go traveling a bit. Um, but yeah, I might try and expand my blog, which is the Harvey Post, like you said. But you
Can
can
you tell
find me
us
on Instagram.
how? Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The website and the ats to follow.
So my blog website is www.blogger/the Harvey Post, or you can find it in my Instagram bio, which is Luke_Harvey. Same with my Facebook is Luke Harvey, and my Twitter is Luke Harvey 2, I believe.
Okay, so now if you just want to end it with, don't forget to like, subscribe, and unplugged in
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Plugged In
university,
University Plugged In.
and just say unplugged in.
Unplugged In.
There you go. Thank you, Luke.